Hey there. I've been thinking about my next vacation, and I'm considering Tunisia as a possible destination. But I've heard some mixed opinions about its safety. What are your thoughts? Is Tunisia a safe country to visit?
Hi. Tunisia can be a fantastic travel destination, but like any other place, it does have its safety considerations. I'd say it's generally safe, but there are some factors you should keep in mind.
That's good to know. Can you elaborate on the safety factors I should be aware of?
Of course. First and foremost, Tunisia has made significant efforts to improve security, especially in popular tourist areas like Tunis, Hammamet, and Sousse. The government has taken steps to combat terrorism and enhance law enforcement presence. So, these areas are generally considered safe for tourists.
That's reassuring to hear. But are there any areas I should avoid?
Yes, there are some areas with higher security risks. The border regions, particularly near Libya, can be unstable due to regional conflicts and smuggling activities. It's advisable to stay away from these areas. Also, while the interior regions like the Sahara Desert are stunning, they can be more challenging in terms of safety, so you should plan your trip carefully and consider hiring a reputable guide.
Good advice. What about petty crimes like pickpocketing or scams?
Petty crimes can happen in any tourist destination, including Tunisia. In crowded areas, especially markets and tourist hotspots, you should be vigilant about your belongings. Use a money belt or hidden pouch for your valuables, and avoid displaying expensive items like jewelry. Be cautious of anyone offering unsolicited help or trying to sell you things aggressively. It's generally a good practice to negotiate prices in the markets, but do so respectfully.
Thanks for the tips. How about health and healthcare facilities in Tunisia?
Tunisia has a relatively good healthcare system, especially in urban areas. Major cities like Tunis, Sousse, and Jerba have well-equipped hospitals and clinics. It's recommended to have travel insurance that covers medical emergencies. Also, make sure you're up to date with routine vaccinations and consider additional vaccinations like hepatitis and typhoid, depending on the region you plan to visit.
That's helpful information. What about the political situation? Are there any ongoing issues that tourists should be aware of?
Tunisia has experienced political changes since the Arab Spring in 2011, leading to a transition to democracy. While the political situation has been relatively stable in recent years, there can be sporadic protests or demonstrations. It's advisable to avoid getting involved in any political activities or gatherings during your visit.
I see. How about cultural considerations? Are there any customs or behaviors I should be mindful of as a tourist?
Yes, Tunisia is a predominantly Muslim country, so it's important to respect local customs and traditions. Dress modestly when visiting religious sites and in more conservative areas. In tourist areas, such as coastal cities, you can dress more casually, but it's still respectful to cover shoulders and knees. Also, during the month of Ramadan, when Muslims fast from sunrise to sunset, it's polite not to eat or drink in public during daylight hours.
That's great to know. I want to be a respectful tourist. How about the local cuisine? Any must-try dishes or food safety concerns?
Tunisian cuisine is delicious and diverse. You must try dishes like couscous, tagine, and brick, a savory pastry. In terms of food safety, stick to well-established restaurants and street vendors with clean and busy stalls. Avoid raw or undercooked seafood, and drink bottled water to prevent any waterborne illnesses.
Thanks for the culinary recommendations. So, to sum it up, Tunisia can be a safe destination if I take the necessary precautions, avoid certain areas, and respect local customs, right?
Exactly. By being informed and cautious, you can have a fantastic and safe experience in Tunisia. It's a beautiful country with a rich history, stunning landscapes, and warm hospitality.
That's what I like to hear. I appreciate all the insights you've provided. It's made me feel much more confident about considering Tunisia for my next vacation.
You're welcome. I'm sure you'll have a wonderful time exploring Tunisia. If you have any more questions or need further advice while planning your trip, feel free to ask. Safe travels.
Thank you so much for your help and kind words. I'll definitely reach out if I have more questions. Cheers to a great adventure ahead.